Hello students, this is the last excerpt 25, chapter 25 of class 10 mathematics probability. So today we will discuss about this in this exercise. So let's start. This is the first question. So let's read what is the first question. A bag contains 3 red balls. It means number of red balls is equal to 3. Number of balls is equal to 4 and the number of yellow ball you have to give is 1. So the total number of possible outcomes is 3 plus 4 plus 1 is equal to 8. So he is asking the probability of yellow balls. So yellow ball P means probability of yellow ball is equal to number of favorable outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes. So number of balls is 1 and total number of possible outcomes is 1. This is the probability of yellow balls. Number 2, probability of red balls. You have to given number of red balls is 3. So the probability of red balls is 3 upon 8 and not yellow. So let's discuss what is the probability of not yellow. So 1 minus what is the probability of yellow balls? 1 upon 8. So 1 minus 1 upon 8. You will subtract 1 minus 1 upon 8. So you will get 8 minus 1 upon 8 is equal to 7 upon 8. This is the probability of not yellow balls. And now the last point of this question is probability of neither yellow nor red. Neither yellow nor red. So P neither yellow nor red is equal to 1 minus what is the probability of yellow? 1 upon 8. And what is the probability of red? 3 upon 8. So you will subtract 1 minus here, the denominator are same, so you will just simply add the numerator, so 4 upon 8. Here 8 minus 4 upon 8, you will get 4 upon 8. It means reduce 4 divided by 8, you will get 1 upon 8. This is the probability of neither yellow nor red. So this is the first question. Okay, so now we will take question number 3. What is the question number 3? From a well shuffled deck of 52 cards, you know very well, total number of possible outcomes is equal to 52. You know very well there are 52 cards in a deck of cards, and now he is asking the probability of face card. So this is the first face card. So number of face card, if we talk about the number of face card, so in every deck of 13 groups, 13 cards, you will find out the 3 face cards having. So total number of face card in deck, face cards is equal to 3 multiply 4 is equal to 12. So there are 12 face cards in total, the 52 cards. So now P, a face card, is equal to 12 upon 52, you will reduce it, convert it to simplest form, divided by 4, 4 3 is 12, 4 1 is 4, 4 is 12, so the probability will 13 upon 12. You can observe here, out of 13 cards you will get 3 face cards. Now point number 2, what is the point, probability of not a face card? Not a face card, simply probability of not a face card, face card, simply you will subtract 12 upon 52 from 1, so you will get 52 minus 12 upon 52, 40 upon 52, convert into simplest form, divide by 4, 4 10 is 40, 13, it means the probability is 13 upon 13, it means out of 13 cards, there are 10 cards which are not face cards. Now point number 3, the point number 3 is a queen of black color, a queen of black color. So you know very well club and spade are in black color. So there are a number of queen in black color, number of queen of black color is equal to 2. So P, a queen of black color is equal to 2 upon total number of cards of 52. Its impossible outcomes are 52 divided by reduces to 1 upon 26. It means every 26 cards you will get one queen of black card. Now point number 4. The point number 4 is a card with number 5 or 6. A card with number 5 with number 5 or 6. You know very well, in every 13 cards you will get 2 cards, number 1 5 and number 2 6. It means if you add 5 and 6, it means there are 2 cards in every group of 13 cards. So number of possible outcome, number of favorable outcomes, if you talk about, so you multiply 2, multiply, because there are group of 13 of 4 times, so multiply 4, you will get. It means there are 8 cards in which you will find out the number 5 or 6. So now P, a card with number of 5 or 6, 8 divided by 52, convert into the smallest form, divide by 4 to get 8, here 30. It means every 13 in 13 group of 13 cards you will get 2 cards, and out of them there will be 1 card of 5, either 6. Now the fifth point is a card with number less than 8. So less than, there are 7 numbers in every group of 13 cards. So it means number of favorable outcomes if you will have to find out directly. So number of favorable outcomes, out of 13 there are 7 cards which are less than 8, and they are group of 13 there are 4 times, so 7 into 4. It means 28 cards are which are below than 8 out of group of 52 cards. So now P, a card with number less than 8 is equal to 28 upon 52, convert into smallest form, divide by 4, you will get here 7, here 13, 7 upon 13. Out of 13 cards you will get 7 cards whose number is less than 8. Now this is the last point of this question. You have to find out the probability of a card with number between 2 and 9. A card number between 2 and 9. So there are 6 numbers between 2 and 9. So number of favorable outcomes is equal to, if you talk about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can count here the sum of the number is 6. It means 6 into, because it is 4 times, so the number is 24. So P, a card number between 2 and 9 is equal to 24 upon 52. Reduce it by 4, 4 is 24, you will get here 13. It means out of 13 cards, there are 6 numbers which are between 2 and 9. Now the question number 6. A man tosses 2 different coins, one of them is rupees 2 and another of rupees 5, simultaneously. What is the probability that he gets at least one head, and second is at most one head? So you can hear number of possible outcomes is equal to head comma head, head comma tail, tail head comma tail. It means 4. So the first point is probability of, you have to find out at least one head. At least one head. It means P, at least one head is equal to number of favorable outcomes is 1, 2, 3 and upon 4. The probability is 3 upon 4. Second one, at most one head. This is same as it is at most one head is equal to 3 upon 4 because he is asking that at most one head. He is talking about one head. Now the question number is 10. Rest are the similar question you have studied in the exercise 25A and 25B. You will find out all the remaining questions which I am left in them. So now question number 10. In a bundle of 50 certs, it means total number of possible outcomes. If we talk about total number of possible outcomes is equal to 50, and the number of good certs is equal to 44, and number of certs having minor defects is equal to 4, and number of certs having major defects is equal to 2. So now what is he asking? It is acceptable, point number 1, it is acceptable to a trader who accepts only a good cert. It means he is asking about the probability of good certs. So now first point, if we talk about good certs, so probability of good certs is equal to number of good certs is 44, total number is 50, reduce it, you will find out 22 upon 25. It means out of 25 you will get 22 good certs. Now point number 2. What is point number 2? It is acceptable to a trader who rejects only a cert with major defects. It means a cert having major defects. Major defects means P cert having major defects. So you know very well number of certs having major defects is 2. So 2 upon 50, it means you will reduce it, so you will get 25. So out of 25 certs you will get one defect certs which is major. So now we will talk about the question 15, 13, 12 and 11 you have already done in question exercise 25A and B. So this is the 40 question also is being done in exercise 25A and B, but again we can understand about this. A bag contains a certain number of red balls. A ball is drawn. Find the probability that the ball is drawn. It means you just simply you have to understand that in a bag there are only red number of balls. Besides there is no balls in there. Find the probability that a ball drawn is black. So if we talk about the number of a bag containing balls in color on red. So what is the probability? First he is asking the probability of black. You know very well there is no black ball in the bag. So here you will consider it is impossible event as there is no black ball in the bag. Hence the probability is 0. Now point number 2 is asking about red. Since it is sure event, is it sure event as bag contains red balls, hence the probability is 1. Now the question number 17. What is question number 17? A bag contains 20 rupees 5 coins, 50 rupees 2 coins and 30 rupees 1 coin. It means number of rupees 5 coins is equal to 20. Number of rupees 2 coins is equal to 50. Number of rupees 1 coins is equal to 30. So total number of possible outcomes, to add all these numbers, 20 plus 50 plus 30 you will get equal to 100. Now he is asking, will be a rupees 1 coin? It means the probability first. He is asking what will be the probability rupees 1 coin. So you know very well number of rupees 1 coin is 30. So P rupees 1 is equal to rupees 1 coin is equal to 30 upon 100. Reduce it, you get 30. It means out of 100 coins there are 3 coins of rupees 1. Now number 2 will not be a rupees 2 coin. Will not be a rupees 2 coin. Simply P not rupees 2 coin is equal to 1 minus, what is the number of rupees 2 coin? 50. So 50 upon 100 you will get again 100 minus 50 upon 100. Simply subtract, you will get 50 upon 100. It means 1 upon 2. So out of 100 you will get 50 such coins which are not of rupees 2 coins. Now this is the last point of this question. He is asking what will be the probability of neither rupees 5 coin nor a rupees 1 coin. So let's solve it. Will neither be a rupees 5 coin nor be a rupees 1 coin. So P neither rupees 5 nor rupees 1 coin is equal to 1 minus. You can observe that number of rupees coin is 50, 20. So 20 upon 100 plus rupees 1 coin is 30, 30 upon 100. If you will subtract, you will get here 50 upon 100. Now 100 minus 50 upon 100. With the help of LCM, you will get 50 upon 100. When you will reduce it, you will get 1 upon 2. It means out of 2 coins, there is 1 coin which is neither rupees 5 nor rupees 1 coin. Okay, so now we will discuss about question number 21. What is question 21? Let's see. 7 cards. So number of possible outcomes, if we talk about number of possible outcomes 7. It means total number of possible outcomes is 7, and out of them there are 8, the 9, the 10, the jack, the queen, the king, and s are of diamonds are included. So what is he asking? Number first, what is the probability or that the card drawn is the 8 or the king? So card what will be 8 or the king. So you know very well, in every group of 13 cards, deck of 13 cards, there are two favorable outcomes. So number of favorable outcomes, if we talk about favorable outcomes. So he is given a diamond, egg of diamond, it means 2, only 2. So P 8 or the king is equal to 2 upon 52 is equal to 1 upon 26. It means out of 26 cards there are 1 8 or the king, because here you have to give in diamonds. It means all the cards of are diamonds. Now number 2, if the king is drawn and put outside, if king is drawn, then total number of possible outcomes is 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. Sorry, there is one mistake I have done in a previous question. Here total number is 7, so there is 1 upon 7. Okay, 2 upon 7. Now number 2, if king is drawn, so it means you have to reduce one card from the total possible outcomes. So 7 minus 1 is 6. It means total number of possible outcomes now is 6. So what is asking? What is the probability that the second card picked up is 1 egg? Yani in this probability we are asking 1 egg. So P and egg is equal to 1 upon 6, because out of 6 cards there is 1 egg, and the second part of this king. So you know very well, king is already has drawn. So P king is equal to 0.6 is equal to 0, because this is an impossible event. Okay, now let's start question number 24. A bag contains 100 identical numbers, stones, marble stones, which are numbered from 1 to 100. It means total number of possible outcomes, if we talk about possible outcomes, is equal to 100, because they are 1 to 100 marble stones. So he is asking what is probability. First, probability of a perfect square number. So let's number of favorable outcomes. First of all, we talk about a perfect square. Number of favorable outcomes is equal to 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, 6 square 36, 7 square 49, 8 square 64, 9 square 81, and the final is 10. So it's equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 number of favorable outcomes. So here P perfect square number is equal to 10 upon 100 is equal to 1 upon 10. It means out of 10 marble stones there is one perfect square. Number 2, he is asking find the probability of number divisible by 4. A number divisible by 4. So number of favorable outcomes, if we talk about, simply divide 100 by 4, you will get 25 numbers. I mean, there are 25 numbers which are divisible by 4. So P, a number divisible by 4 is equal to 25 upon 100. It means 1 upon 4. It means out of 4 numbers, there is one number which is divisible by 4. Now point number 3. What is point number 3? A number divisible by 5. Probability of a number divisible by 5. So number of favorable outcomes is equal to 100 divided by 5 is equal to 20. Even there are 20 numbers which are divisible by 5, but we have to find out the probability of a number divisible by 5 is equal to 20 upon 100 is equal to 1 upon 5. It means out of 5 marble stones, there is one number marble stone which is divisible by 5. Now point number 4. What is point number 4? A number divisible by 4 or 5. A number divisible by 4 or 5. Simply, if we find out number which is divisible by 4, mention the numbers 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 80, 84, 88, 92, 96 and 5. 10 is also here, 10, 15, 20 is also given, 25 and 30, 35, 40 is given, 45, 50, 55 and 60 is given, so 65, 70, 75, 80 is given, 85 and finally 90 and 95. So these all are numbers which are divisible by 4 or 5. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And you can count here 40. So total number is 40. So if we talk about the probability of this number, P, a number divisible by 4 or 5 is equal to 40 upon 100. Reduce it to that 2 upon 5. It means out of 5 marble stones, there are 2 marble stones which are divisible by either 4 or 5. And the last point of this question is a number divisible by 4 and 5. A number divisible by 4 and 5. 4 and 5 means the multiplication of both number, you will get number of favorable outcomes is equal to 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100 is equal to 5. So P, a number divisible by 4 and 5 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 upon 100 is equal to 1 upon 20. It means out of 20 marble stones, there is one number which is divisible by both 4 and 5. So now let's discuss question number 28. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. what is the probability that the first point is 4 will not come up either time? It means he is asking what is the probability when 4 will not come up. So let's discuss how many number of favorable outcomes. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, here only we left only the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and finally 21. Their favorable number of outcomes are 24. So P4 will not come up either time is equal to 25 upon 36. And the second point is asking 4 will come at least once. So P4 will come at least once is equal to 1 minus 25 upon 36. 36 minus 25 upon 36. Sorry, completely. So 11 upon 36. Now we will discuss about the question number 33. What is 33 question number? A dice has 6 faces marked by the given number shown below. So if we talk about total number of possible outcomes, total number of possible outcomes is equal to 6. We know very well there are 6 numbers in dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here the numbers are different. So let's discuss first a positive number. He is asking the probability of positive integer. He is given the number in the dice 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2 and minus 2. So P positive integer is equal to, is given it to 1, 2, 3. It means there are 3 positive integers. So probability is 3 upon 6 is equal to 1 upon 2. If we talk about the second point of this, what is second point? Second point is an integer greater than minus 3. An integer greater than minus 3. So minus 3 the number you can watch here. So the numbers which are greater than minus 3 are minus 2, minus 1, 3, 2 and it means there are 5 numbers which are greater than minus 3. So you can say P an integer greater than minus 3 is equal to 5 upon 6. And the finally the smallest integer. If we talk about the smallest integer, so P the smallest integer is equal to, here you can watch minus 3 is the smallest integer. It means 1 upon 6. Out of 6 numbers there is only one integer which is the smallest. The probability of the smallest integer is 1 upon 6. So now this is the last question of this exercise number 13. A box contains a certain number of balls. Some of these balls are marked A, some are marked B and the remaining are marked C. So you have to given PA is equal to 1 upon 3 and PB is equal to 1 upon 4. If there are 40 balls in the box C which marks C, it means number of balls in box marked C is equal to 40. So find the total number of ball in the box. Now first of all P probability of C हम निकाल लेते हैं, क्या आएगा 1 minus PA plus PB. So P probability of C is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. So you will get here P is equal to 1 minus 7 upon 12. P is equal to 12 minus 7 upon 12 and probability of C is equal to probability of C is equal to, we get 5 upon 12. Now he's also saying that number of balls is 40 in the box of C. Hence total number of balls is equal to 40 multiplied 12 upon 5. 5 into 40 is equal to 96 balls. With the answer of this question, this exercise is completed. I hope you will understand this.